Hi there, my name is Elon and you're the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop. And I'm going to teach you a bit of a Jewish word. I do that a lot on my channel. I teach you a bit of a Jewish phrase, Baba Meiser. Baba Meiser. It means a story that you don't really believe. A story of ill repute. Baba means grandmother. Meiser means story. Baba Meiser. We're going to look at some Baba Meisers. Like, it's just funny. I used to live in Florida, in Miami. Actually, I can't say the name of the guy. There was a guy who you didn't really believe a word he said. I'm going to say it's Mr. Cohen. That wasn't his real name. Don't go look for Mr. Cohen. It's a pretty standard Jewish name. But we had the expression around town, a Cohen Meiser. A Cohen Meiser, because if he said it wasn't real. So we're going to see some Baba Meisers today, mainly from the Daily Express. The Daily Express, desperate for clicks, I think. I'd call them inches. Before we get into it, guys, you guys hit the like button. Freaking awesome. Thank you very much. I am genuinely very, very grateful. And my gratitude is going to go rising up over the next 2 minutes of this video. Click the like button. Thank you very much. Click the share button. Pass me around. Share me. I think the world needs to know what the Rabbi thinks about pretty much everything. You see, now, and if you notice you're speaking about yourself in the third person, that's not good. That's not good. That's probably a bad sign. Share and subscribe. You can subscribe. That'd be freaking awesome. We're on our way. We're on our way to 3,000 subscribers. We broke 2,800. I think, well, a couple of months we'll be there. Hit the subscribe button. Now, listen, if you like what I do, or even if you dislike what you do, if you can consider going and checking this out. I have Indiegogo I just launched. This is for these two graphic novels. You get these like very, very fashionable art cards with them. Like this is the way I'm trying to monetize the channel. I don't want to charge you guys membership or anything like that. I want to offer you something of like genuine value. That if you could just go over and check it out. If it's something that if you're not a comic book person, something that you're not really into, if you could share it, that'd be freaking awesome. Let's have a look, see how the campaign's doing so far, right? Because you guys are freaking wonderful. We're up to 51 backers. We broke 51 backers. We've only been running, we're about, 12 hours in, 51 backers. We are 500% of our goals. That's pretty good. Let's have a quick look at these graphic novels. You get two. You got The Imperium, probably of interest to anybody, Doctor Who fan here. It's a love letter to tele-fantasy of the 1960s. And you got this other book called Biblical, which is, if you like the Vertigo books, like Sandman or things like that, those type of books, it's definitely in that realm. As I said, we've done very well. Thank you very, very much. I would like to get to some stretch goals. Now, the reason I want to get to stretch goals is I'm a bit of a crazy perfectionist. I really am. Listen, these books are done. They're ready to go out. And I've never lied to you. I generally speaking, I don't lie because honestly, it makes life easier and my memory's not that great. So I never lie to you. These are genuine quality books. Go check them out. If you could just share them, that's also just so good because that bumps me up on the Indiegogo rankings. That really helps. So just go check it out. We got a bargain left. Both books together are $45, but right now you can get them for $35. There's only 19 of those left, and you get the 4 art cards. But if we hit the stretch goals, right, like we get to 5,000, which is, I think it's pretty doable. I think we're going to add 5 pages into the Imperium. Dominic Ratcher does the art. Freaking incredible art. It's absolutely incredible. I would love to see that. I really want to get to the 20,000 stretch goal. Well, obviously, because I like money. No, I want to get to the 20,000 stretch goal because we're going to add 20 pages in. We're going to give an extra 20 pages. That's going to be great. And also, we're going to, the art cards we're doing, we're going to expand that range by another 5. And that will just keep going and going and going. Basically, listen, thank you to all the backers so far. Thank you to the 51 people who backed it so far. I am unspeakably grateful. I really am. If you could consider it, it'll be absolutely wonderful because I just want to give a better package and it goes up and up. Yeah, again, the stretch goals there, it gets better and better and better. I want to put out the best thing we can. So listen, just go over there. It's in the video notes. Go check it out. Thank you very much. I am, as I said, genuinely and pathetically appreciative. You know who I don't think is genuinely and pathetically appreciative? The Daily Express, because they just make crap up. This is okay. 2 stories both dealing with different bills. And Bill Hartnell's lucky he didn't get a look in as well. Both of which are Baba Misers. They are Baba Misers. Doctor Who, Jodie Whittaker, replaced by Billie Piper as Star steps down to return to the Star steps up to return to the role. So I read this article last week from Radio Times, and it said, "No way in hell am I returning to Doctor Who," says Billie Piper. So I'm not sure how they twisted one into the other, but I guess we're going to find out. Let's read this. Doctor Who replaced by Doctor Who, Jodie Whittaker replaced by Billie Piper. Star steps up to return to the show. I think this is save the show, because that's essentially what it would be, right? Doctor Who fans are eager to know whether the rumor about Jodie Whittaker leaving are true. I'm not. Listen, I am a massive Doctor Who fan, right? I am a massive Look, this none of this is made up, by the way, okay? This isn't like a set I dressed to make me look like a Doctor Who fan. I am a crazy. This is how I live. This is my my office. Yeah, this is genuinely how I live. I'm a crazy Doctor Who fan. I couldn't care less. If she stays there. I mean, she's awful. In my opinion, if you love her, by the way, if you like her in the role, God bless you. I'm happy for you. I just think she's awful, right? I think she's absolutely awful in the role. But I think the show is also, I don't think it's just because of her. I think it's more because of Chris Chibnall, the showrunner, who is also awful. It's absolutely awful. Has done a terrible, terrible job. So yeah, her leaving. Listen, I have to watch this stuff to review it. And I hate it every bloody week. I can't stand it. But I have to watch this stuff to review it. Watching Jodie Whittaker is agony. Playing the Doctor is absolute agony. Maybe if they have a different actor in the main role, it'll be slightly less agony, but it's still going to be garbage. So I'm not really eager. I don't care. I'm eager to hear that this is going to be over, right? But I'm not eager to hear what they're doing with it. In addition, former star Billie Piper has addressed suggestions she would one day return as Rose. Yeah, she said no, as I recall, didn't she? Let's find out. Doctor Who is set for a shake-up as Jodie Whittaker is reportedly leaving after playing the lead role for 3 years. It's a graceful exit. It's a time to get out. No, it's not. I take that back. It's wholesale failure. There's no graceful exit. I mean, if she can bring the viewing figures up in season 13, great. Really? I mean, look, there's as much chance of that as me running 5 marathons between now and then. Zero, absolutely zero. So okay, it's reported leaving. I think 3 years. But 3 years, even though she did less episodes than Capaldi and So what? 3 years. 3 years. Don't squint. It looks like a decent run. Leave it alone. Yeah. Oh, like I said, I have zero sympathy for the BBC, like doing more of this garbage, right? Like, how much? The question I have is, how much does anything have to fail, right, before they go, oh, I don't think we can do that anymore? Really? I mean, like, what do they need to do? Do they need people like shooting themselves down? This is not a call to arms. Do we need people committing suicide while watching Doctor Who? Like, do we need a ration of that before they go, yeah, maybe we should rethink? Because it's like, it's not very popular. Let's be clear. And when I say it's not, let me qualify that statement. In every way, in every metric we use to define if Doctor Who was popular or not, it currently is not, right? So there you go. It's not very popular. With the show keen to regenerate once again, the first female Time Lord will return to the screens for one more series in autumn 2021. My guess is HBO Max said, listen, we paid for that. We need it in 2021 before making a departure. Naturally, speculation is rife as to who will replace Jodie Whittaker. Listen, that's always the way. People are always, the normies. Normies are always like, who'll be the next Doctor Who? And they don't really care. But beyond that, but it's something they enjoy doing. Naturally, speculation is rife who will replace Jodie with names such as says, Death in Paradise, Chris Marshall, zero chance. And I may destroy genius Michaela Cole. I keep saying her name. She looks really wrong for the part to me. I mean, she just doesn't look. I haven't seen her act though, so I don't know how she would play it. But she looks just not Time Lordy. I mean, and again, that's not code by going, oh, she's a black woman. No, shut up. Again, it's only the weirdos that live on Twitter who see the world in that two-dimensional, terrible way, because they're racist. They're massive racists, and they enjoy being racist. We're going to go to Hollywood actor Michael Sheen. Hollywood actor, he lives in, where is it, Wales? Yeah, it's not so Hollywood. Although it does, what's the name? What's the name of the guy? He got in trouble in the Terminator movie. Played Moses, right? Was Batman? What the hell's his name? I don't know. The Welsh. He lives in Wales as well, doesn't he? He doesn't live in Hollywood. All thrown into the mix. But whatever person stepping into the dark. What? How? Okay, I'm reading this verbatim. But what if the person stepping into the Dalek was for a familiar place? What does that mean? Stepping into the Dalek? That's not saying Doc. I mean, okay. Peter Capaldi's second episode, which was actually one of the best of that season, was called Into the Dalek or Inside the Dalek. That was a reasonably rare. No, they don't go inside Daleks. What's wrong with? I mean, I guess in the porn version, probably they do. But like, generally speaking, what the hell? I mean, maybe if you're going to write an article about Doctor Who, I mean, even though this is like meaningless puff, maybe have a rough idea. I don't know. Maybe have a rough idea what's going on with it. Okay, stepping into the Dalek, whatever that means. Someone who is already known to take on the demon's world. Billie Piper, who played Rose, the Doctor's loyal companion in 2005 and 2006, has spoken out about her time on the Sci-Fi Show and whether she will return. Yeah, she said no. What you freaking? She said no. When Billie decided it was time to seize new opportunities, her character was at the height of popularity with viewers. Yes, she was. Oh my God, my little daughter. Well, she's big now. She's how old is she now? 20? I don't know, but she's like big force of nature. But she was this teeny tiny little thing. What was it, 15 years ago? And she looked a lot like Bill Piper. She was like very blonde, and she liked dressing up. She was actually really in. But oh my God, did she cry? Oh, I remember holding her. Oh, did she cry when she left and they're trapped in the parallel universes? And I tell you, one of the greatest pleasures of my life, and I'm coming up to 50. One of the greatest pleasures of my life, and this is absolutely true, is watching Doctor Who with my kids, the revived Doctor Who with my kids when it came back, and watch them get into it so much. It was wonderful. It was one of my happiest times of my life, which just goes to show you what a bit of a weirdo I am. I've spoken about time when she was return. When Billy's she was last seen trapped in a parallel universe, and many fans believe to see Rose embark on new adventures. Yeah, I don't think she has a really good career. I think her agent will be like, "Are you out of your mind? You want to go back to the show that's falling apart and utterly failing? That's probably a bad idea, right? That's probably a bad idea." She was last seen trapped in a parallel dimension. To this day, Billie Piper's Doctor Who assistant has remained one of the most popular psychics on the show. Yeah, that's because Billie Piper is a really good actress. She's a few things. She's a good actress. She's very attractive. I mean, again, you're not allowed to say this in 2021. But like basic heterosexuality, is a marketable factor. She's very attractive. She's absolutely excellent. I didn't know who she was before she was cast because I wasn't living in England at the time. They were like, "Oh no, it's a teeny bobber pop star." But then I saw her. I actually watched her on purpose in Canterbury Tales. Fantastic actress, but mostly she's charismatic, right? She's somebody you connect with through the screen, which is why she's still popular, which is why Jodie Whittaker is so deeply unpopular. She is a charisma vacuum, right? Charisma vacuum. So much so she made an appearance in the 50th anniversary special back in 2013. Yeah, so that wasn't the last time we saw her. She came back as the Moment. Honestly, I'm just looking at these two faces. I'm seeing one person who can act, one person who's beautiful, charismatic, can act, and I'm also seeing Jodie Whittaker. Draw from there whatever inference that you may. Okay. But what if she'll step into the limelight and take on the role of the Time Lord? It comes after Billie Piper reminisced about playing an iconic character and whether she would ever reprise the role. Okay, now get ready for this. This should have spiked the article. This next line. This should have spiked the article at the beginning. I wouldn't go back, so she said, and then explained, it's a great role, but you're away from your kids for so long. Okay, Dead Express, I just wanted to tell you again. She said, I wouldn't go back. My experience was you're in Wales for 9 months solid and the job dominates your life. That is true. I believe that to be true. There we go. It's a mainstream family viewing. Well, it was. So you can't really escape it. Yeah, I remember, what was it? I saw her on Jonathan Ross or one of these talk shows that, just after she left, and she was like saying, yeah, I couldn't smoke in public. Like, I would never smoke in public because I know little girls connected to me, and it was a great responsibility. Yeah, I have to tell you, there's, I do hear that. I really do hear that. I have this rabbi of mine who was a rabbi when I was in rabbinical seminary. If you're not in the world, you understand. But there's different outfits rabbis wear, right? So if you're from this particular sect and you wear like a longer coat, that shows you're of a higher stature normally, right? And he was like saying it was a nightmare putting this on because it means that it changed my life forever. And the same thing. I love the idea of a responsibility to others, which a responsibility to the audience, which I just don't get from Jodie Whittaker. I get Jodie Whittaker really likes being the first female Doctor Who, couldn't really care less about Doctor Who, right? That's the vibe I get from it. She also discussed her children, Eugene and Winston Fox, who she shares with Lawrence Fox. Really? Lawrence Fox is really? Wow, he's persona non grata. And Tallulah Lloyd, who she shares with Lawrence Fox and... Well, okay, I'm trying to read this, and I'm trying to make sense of this. My wife, by the way, read me an article this morning, a headline this morning, and talking about the pandemic, and if you got a vaccine, you get like a green passport. Now, talking about what that green passport's going to be useful for, and it says you can go to hotels that don't allow sleeping. I'm like, what? Isn't that kind of important? What they do, they keep waking you up. They keep prodding you with knives. Like, wake up! No sleeping! I'm like, what the hell? So, who knows what they're doing. Okay, let's try and read this paragraph again. She also discussed her children, Eugene and Winston Fox, who she shares with Lawrence Fox and Tallulah Lloyd. Tallulah sounds like a girl who she shares with boyfriend Johnny Lloyd. Okay, so she's got two kids by two different fathers. That's what I think she's saying. And whether they ever had watched Doctor Who. Gee, bloody hell, that was a run round the houses to get to that ridiculously simple question. They don't like seeing me in it, and I have pushed them I pushed them on that number of times. She told The Guardian. Okay, fine. My elder son will get very upset seeing me being chased. Well, I can imagine. Like, how old is he? You see your mother being chased by a Slitheen. It's a possibility. And not only that, canoodling with Mickey isn't that big. Well, again, she's got two kids with two fathers. I don't think the kid will find that confusing. My elder son will get very upset when I'm chased an attack. So I thought, okay, this is a weird mental leap for you. Next page. Here we go. Listeners known as why Jodie left. Why Jodie is leaving the life-changing role. I think I know. I'm going to hazard a guess. I would hazard a guess that her agent has gone, get the hell out of there! What's wrong with you? You destroyed an incredibly valuable property. You are the face of the destruction of Doctor Who. Although I have to tell you, I blame Chibnall more than anybody else. But yeah, it's terrible. And if she's got that other job in Death in Paradise, get it booked now. Yeah, get any jobs booked now. That makes a lot of time. Or in fact, if she is leaving, let us know is if she's actually leaving. Perhaps she feels the demands of the job are too taxing on family life, as Billy did. Listen, I feel her demanding the role was too taxing on my family life, as I kept throwing bog rolls at the TV screen, going, "What are you doing?" Either way, the coming months, the arrival of the 14th Doctor will need to be filmed in Inshore. INSURE. No, an inside maybe? An inside? An Inshore source said, "It's very exciting," they added. Okay, I'm glad you're excited. Whether or not the next Time Lord will be a woman. Okay. The chances of the next Time Lord not being a woman is infinitesimal if Chibnall's in charge. Could be a trans woman, right? It might be a woman with a penis, which I guess, can we all say we agree at that point? No, I guess not. While Jodie is gearing up to leave the current showrunner, Chris Chibnall will remain at the helm and will continue to be garbage, right? There is, however, one familiar face who will be joining the show, John Bishop. Not familiar to me, although he looks like not a bad piece of casting. You know, in this charisma vacuum that is Doctor Who in 2020, 2020, or 2019, 2020. In the charisma vacuum that is Doctor Who, having one person who the audience is slightly relates to as a human being might be good. The beginning of the to play a new character called Dan, who becomes embroiled in Doctor's adventure and faces evil alien races beyond his wildest nightmares. Feels so bad for him. Yeah, he seems really excited about it. He's already began, and he actually seems not bad in like the second or so you saw of him. Actually seems not bad, but God, this era of Doctor Who, it's kind of like a really bad soap opera because they kind of fill it with really bad soap opera actors. I mean, you have seen Mandy Gill. Nah, not so much. The Queen is he has already been filming and is said to be on set since November last year. So I'm quite impressed they kept that quiet for so long, right? That's actually reasonably impressive. So, okay, Baba Meister number 1. They say in the article it's not happening, but in the headline they say it is happening. Let's look at Baba Meister number 2, right? Baba Meister number 2 is Doctor Who, Jodie Whittaker to reunite with Bill Potts as Star drops return hint. Yeah, look, I saw this again. This was a Radio Times article, and she says, "No, I'm not doing it." It's like, really? If somebody comes out and says, "Yeah, I'm not going to do that," the Daily Express then makes a headline going, "They're absolutely going to do this." Honestly, why do you think nobody believes the press about anything, really? Doctor Who, by the way, reminds me, right? We got this lovely little puppy. This lovely little puppy called Daisy. Freaking love Daisy. She's gorgeous. I should have the pictures to show you, but just the most gorgeous little puppy, And she's very, very, very smart. So my wife yesterday was training her, teaching her commands, and they got a new one trying to get to lay down, right? So I walked in, and I could hear through the house as she was teaching, going, lie, trying to get the dog to lie. I walked in and Stone the Crows. The dog looked up and says, "There was no electoral fraud. There was no electoral fraud." No, I digress. But that really is. He just kept saying lie, and she kept doing it. And like and then my son walked in. How old was he? 21, 23 or so. He was a little less politically motivated. He said, he said, "I'm a rabbit." Okay, so Doctor Who said to reunite with Bill Potts as Star dropped return hint. The hint was, "I'm not doing it," right? That's the hint. Doctor Who star Bill Potts Doctor Who's Bill Potts star Pearl Mackie, who season 10. I really love season 10. I love season 10 mainly because of Pearl Mackie. I just wish every other episode they didn't go, "By the way, I'm a lesbian." Yeah, like, darling. It's 2017, wasn't it? People weren't really shocked. Like, it wasn't like, "Oh my gosh, Doctor Who's associating with a lesbian." No, nobody gives a crap apart from the purple-haired weirdos that live on Twitter. So Doctor Who Bill Potts has teased her return to the show for an amazing story alongside Jodie Whittaker. Yeah, that's kind of a contradiction in terms. The companion to Peter Capaldi's 12th Doctor, Pearl Mackie, Bill Potts, may be coming back to the show. She's not! It's not me! Look, I may be a penguin, but I'm not. Accompanying a different Doctor this time, the former Doctor Who star has recently spoken about a role on the BBC Sci-Fi show and teased a possible return. Okay, it says teased as the last one was, which was not at all. The actress confirmed that 4 years after her departure from the series, she will be keen to bring Bill back to the Whoniverse for new adventures. Listen, nobody would be more excited than me to hear Big Finish do a compelling box set with Paul Mackey. Yeah, I think she was absolutely great. Honestly, though, I just feel there's so much of the 12th Doctor that we didn't get to see. You know, I think there were a good 2 seasons that we should have seen. I would love to see him taking over from John Pertwee's Doctor as Unit's advisor as he leaves to go into the stars. Right, he's like, I just need something to hang out for. Wouldn't that be great? And a couple of box sets of that anyway. But yeah, I would like to hear new stuff. But yeah, this is not going to happen. Blah, 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 blah. The actress confirmed that it's definitely not something I've ruled out. Really? Okay, that doesn't mean it's definitely not something I ruled out. I mean, it's probably because you haven't seen it and since you left. Not been very good. Talk to your agent first. They may go, yeah, you might want to think this one through. You know, I felt so bad for, what's the name? Angeli from Sarah Jane Adventures and she's on Big Finish a lot. Like, she was in a Jodie Whittaker episode playing a monster. It was just such a bad monster as well. I was like, oh God, it's come to this. Listen, I'm glad you're making a living. Angeli. Is that her name? I think it's her name. It's definitely something I've ruled out. That's the headline. It's something I've ruled out. Yes, it could happen. I'm dropping a hint. No. It was a couple of years ago when I was on Doctor Who, but I still feel really close to Bill, and I feel like she's very much part of me. Well, she did the whole BLM voiceover for that, like, excruciating special story, which is basically why I got off the watch-alongs. Yeah, it's like, oh my God, everything that happened in 2020 was manipulated, right? But manipulated because people couldn't stand the current president, and exacerbated. In New York, the governor of New York seemingly murdered 13,000 people. Right? If anybody got corona, they then got sent to nursing homes with like old people. So give it to them. I think to make the death count go higher, so to make the former president look bad. I mean, that's really crazy, right? That's absolutely crazy. You know, crazy times. What can you do? So yeah, listen. So the whole BLM thing. I think that narrative was probably a little bit manipulated. I do. And look, let me be clear. This is just in the same way they're taking these articles to mean the opposite of what they are. I want to be absolutely clear. I do not think it's a good thing for the police force to hunt down and kill people based on their skin color, right? I don't think that's a good thing. I think that's a very bad thing. I also don't think that's a thing that's happening either, right? I just, you got to squint to make the argument. But I digress. See, this will have to be go on too long, and I feel that, I'd sort of have to miss her before going back again, or at least an amazing story. Okay, so you're saying you don't miss her to go back again, or an amazing story. You're not getting one of those. You're not getting either of those. That was written about her and experiences meeting another doctor. She added, yeah, you're not going to get an amazing story because Chris Chibnall is the showrunner, and he's absolutely awful in every way, shape, or form. But it's such a great show. It'll be crazy to say no, she told the Radio Times. Crazy, but yeah, we live in crazy times. As fans have rediscovered their love of the show over lockdowns, yeah, after trying to bleach the memory of Jodie Whittaker from their frontal cortex, they have reached out to Mackie to express appreciation. I've had loads of tweets and Instagram messages following those watch-along people saying, yeah, I'm watching this thing again. I'm just remembering how much I love it. It's actually more than that. I found the watch-alongs made me realize how good it was. It's the Moffat is where we complained nonstop. They were a lot better than we thought. I mean, I guess, like in comparison to what we got now. I had loads of them there, and I think that's so nice of people to do that. Okay, I can't argue with you there. Fine. Is this the Bill will be the first companion to make a Bill wouldn't be the first companion to make a return to drama after their run came to an end. River Song, played by Alex Kingston, and Donna Noble have both previously returned in one-off online episodes or on Big Finish. Okay, well, that's not Jodie Whittaker. By the way, Donna Noble Kidnapped, a four-disc box set from Big Finish. Freaking awesome. Absolutely awesome. I so strongly recommend that. Just enjoyed it, right? Dire River Song, no, it's gone on a bit much, I think. Mackie has, there have been several ways in which Bill could make a comeback. Mackie has already replied to one of the, so I told you about the lockdown special, the BLM thing she did. In another interview with Digital's by Mackie, because she's plugging something new, I think. I can't remember what it was. Mackie also mentioned the role of Bill has touched many viewers in the LGBT community. Oh, God, please. No, don't define yourself about your identity. She touched me. I relate to the character, and I'm an old, straight, white guy. You're a human being. Don't define yourself about, the LGBT. Everyone. You were a good character, that you were played well, that any sane person would be able to relate to and get along with. Don't limit yourself to I'm going to be, because I said I'm gay every 20 minutes, means everybody loved me. No. I met a lot of people to whom Bill was a huge catalyst in enabling them to come out to their families. Well, okay. Listen, if that was... If that was the case, I might backtrack. I think I like people being inspired by being inspired in any way. If you're inspired by anything, it's a good thing. Which is something you never you never really think of as an actor. You have ever kind of impact on someone's life on that scale. Well, listen, Bill Piper understood that, right? That's probably why she's not getting back. It's a phenomenon. People have told me that without Bill, they wouldn't have been able to come out to the family. Well, okay, you know what? I'm not too small to be able to backtrack from my statement. That seems like that's laudable. Mackie's next role will be in the LGBTQ plus horror audio series Sour Horror. Why is everything LGBTQ plus? Why can't it be a horror series called Sour Horror? Why is some of this sexual orientation of any interest to anyone? Right? It's beyond me. It's absolutely beyond me. I was trying to find where I was supposed to read this. It's over here. Jodie Whittaker's time in the series is also running out, as she recently announced. No, she didn't. She'll be departing the role of 13th Doctor at the end of that comes in. She never announced that. That's what again. Bubba Meiser. Her replacement has not been announced, but many names have been rumored, including Chris Martin, Michaela Cole, Richard Ayoade, and Michael Sheen. It's none of those. It's Padarima, whatever her name is, Panda Bear. I go look at my videos. It's almost certainly her. Sometimes I believe they figured out who the next Doctor is, and see, no, it's not Joe Martin either. Although that wouldn't have been a bad idea. Listen, everything's relative, right? Everything's relative, baby. Wouldn't have been a bad idea in their sea of very, very, very bad ideas. So yeah, so there you go. Some Bubba Meisters. It's always fun to look at a few Bubba Meisters. I can't disagree. But you know what? As I said, if you want to look at something great, if you want to look at something good, go to my Indiegogo. Check it out. Back it today. You know what? I'm going to show you something else. I tithe my income. So just got to I tithe my income. It means minimally 10% of whatever I make. I give to charity. This is one of the charities I'm going to be giving to. Yad Eliezer. It's a Israeli charity. It'll set up to feed people with. Who don't have any money, but they just do so much freaking good, right? They got this one program which I really love, and I'm sorry to go off on a side. They got this one program which I really, really love, where they help sponsor brides, people getting married, to give them this beautiful wedding, to beautify their wedding. Because oftentimes when we talk about charity, we talk about emergencies, things that are absolute emergencies that we got to do something about quickly. But we never talk about things that are really, really important. I fundamentally believe that every woman should feel like a queen, should feel like a princess on their wedding day. They should feel like that every day, quite frankly, but especially on their wedding ending day. And like, so these little things really matter so much to me. So a certain 10% of my income is going to this going to this organization from whatever I make about it. Going to this organization, I think I'm going to split it between that and Peter Capaldi had this just incredible charity, this wonderful, wonderful charity. It was a hospice for children. Like, how much better a human being do you need to be to look after a dying child? I can't. My brain, it doesn't fit my head. It's too good of a. So I'm going to be giving to that as well. Thank you very much again. Thank you very much for your support. I am just pathetically grateful. If you can share it around, I would love to get it out there. I would love to give the best package. It's not often I say I have a good package. But if we can hit the stretch goals, thank you very much. My name's Ethan Becken, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.